Okay, so today I'm with Naya, and we're going to be talking about the upcoming election, her background, and more information. So, to start off, what is your first and last name?
My name's Naya Flores.
And where are you from?
I was born in Hayward, but now I live in Newark.
Newark, California, not Newark, New Jersey.
Yep.
And how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
19. So, obviously, that is 1 year after turning 18, which means you can vote. And so, how do you feel with this election coming up? Do you feel excited? Do you feel nervous? Like you're gonna have your voice be heard? Like, how does that make you feel?
I'm a little nervous just for whatever the outcome is gonna be, but I'm just hoping people my age can or will vote because back then we weren't able to 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we can actually vote, it's kind of exciting, like you said, and yeah, I just hope it turns out all well.
Definitely. Do you have any peers of yours that have expressed that they're not going to be voting this upcoming election? And if so, how does that make you feel?
Not that I know of.
Not you
I
know.
think everyone I know is gonna be voting. But
Yeah.
if I were to meet anybody that said, "Oh, I'm not gonna be voting," it'd be kind of skeptic. I kind of feel skeptical about it just because you can be heard. It does matter. So, yeah.
My thing is, you can't complain about who's in office if you didn't make a change and get them out of office. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's really how it works.
Mhm.
Other than that, do you have any other advice you want to give to people that are voting for the first time or are scared to vote?
Um, just overall, you should vote just because your voice does matter, like we've been saying, and it it takes a toll on the world. You can always make a change with whatever you write on the ballot. So, yeah.
Definitely. Now, moving on to your personal life with COVID. As you know, we're in a pandemic. We've been in it for about almost 8 months.
Yeah.
How has COVID affected you, your life, your work life, school life, all of that? Feel free to give us the rundown.
Yeah, so I'm in community college, and
Where do you go to community college at?
I go to Ohlone College in Fremont. And for me, it's better just because I didn't like the commute. So now everything's online. I kind of miss gyms. I never had unemployment checks just because I got nervous about running out, and so I got myself a job, and then since my other job closed down, but it actually opened back up recently, so I've been balancing 2 jobs in 12 units.
Wow. And where do you work at?
I work at Amazon, the fulfillment center. So what we do is we scan the boxes, get them ready for moving them to UPS trucks and all that, and then also the Silliman Center. I'm a swim instructor for little kids.
And what are your hours usually like at Amazon and the swimming place on top of your schoolwork as well?
Okay. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, I'm at Amazon from 2:45 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. And then Silliman Center, I'm there Tuesday, Thursdays from 1:45 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it alternates. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Yeah, so my only off day is Sundays.
Which is obviously a good rest day, as
Yeah.
Sunday should be. Now, do you think you're doing a good job of balancing all of that, like on top of all your schoolwork? Like, do you think it's been able to be a good schedule, or you kind of struggle with like time management and balance?
I used to struggle a lot with time management, but surprisingly, I've been able to balance everything pretty well.
That's good.
So, yeah, I haven't been procrastinating with work or with schoolwork much, which is a new thing for me. Since there's so much free time, there's like not much to do now. We're just stuck at home and then going to work. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, that's good. And how many more years left of school do you have?
I should be 1 or 2 more years or semesters even.
Hopefully, you can have a graduation in the next 2 years when you finish.
I hope so.
Other than that, do you feel like your coursework is been a lot, or it's kind of at the same level as if you were in person? And do you think your teachers are doing a good job of being helpful and understanding as well?
The coursework, it seems to be the same. Right now, I only have 2 classes out of my 4. The 4 start in 2 weeks. But I have a PE class right now, and it's definitely different not being in a gym, in an actual gym. or in a weight room. And then I have a biology class, which is a little different because we do have labs, but they're online. So we'll be doing virtual labs and using like microscopes like online through simulations and such instead of having in-person labs. But my biology teacher seems to be struggling because if she asks any of us a question, none of us would know the answer. But overall, it's been okay to balance. Yeah.
That's good. And how is PE? Like, you guys have like class workout sessions, or do you guys just work out on your own or take videos and send it to your teacher? Like, how does that work?
Okay, so we use Zoom. So we'll be like jogging, doing at-home workouts in front of the camera. And at first it was kind of awkward, but now we're all used to it. And then the last 30 minutes of class, he'll send us off to do cardio on our own. And my choice is usually like going on an elliptical or jogging around the block. And then we leave the Zoom on and we check back in at 12:30, because my class is 1 o'clock or 11:30.
What time do you finish school every day? You have class Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday?
Monday through Thursday.
Okay, what time do you really finish your days of school?
So Mondays I have just biology. That's just 1 to 2:35.
Okay.
And then Tuesdays I have the PE, which is 11:30 to 12:35, I believe. And then Wednesdays I have the same class as Monday, but there's a lab, so that one is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then class 1 to 2:35 again. And then Thursday's the same as Tuesday. But yeah, after that it's we take a break.
That's good. Breaks are needed. Now, also, like, resorting to your education side, where do you see yourself taking your skill set in school? Like, what is your major, and what do you hope to accomplish with your major, and like what you learn in school overall?
So my major right now is radiology. My goal is to finish up my GE at Ohlone College and then move on to Cañada for other science units I need, and then move on to Kaiser's School for Allied Health.
And would you want to stay in Kaiser in the Bay Area, or do you want to stay anywhere with Kaiser? They're a good organization.
Yeah, I think I'd stay in the Bay Area just because it's close to family, and sometimes you know the people that work there.
Definitely. Trying to see. And do you think Amazon is doing a good job of following protocols for COVID at their work site? And how many people do you think are on the site with you at work on a daily basis?
There's a couple hundred of us in the Amazon warehouse, but it's a pretty big warehouse, so it's super spread out. Like, I think going from one side of the building to the other takes about like 2 or 3 minute walk even. But they do a good job. They have dividers. They issue social distancing. You're required masks. We have staggered breaks, so not everyone takes a break at once. And yeah, I think they're doing a good job. Oh, and we also have on-site testing now for employees. So
and you said you can do it on by yourself, right?
yeah.
You can do the nose swab by yourself, or?
So they lead us through the process, and then we swab ourselves. So luckily we have full control over like how far it goes, or like how much we can handle. Because I know it hurts for some people.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
But yeah, we get results 3 to 5 days.
That's good. That's quicker than most, hospitals and everything. Now, one last thing. Do you think your peers out of your age understand how important voting is, and especially in this election? And if not, what is some advice you'd give them on the importance of voting and the history of it as well?
With social media, a lot of my peers are actually, I think, more educated than I am. I'm still educated, but you learn every day. You learn new things every day. You can always educate yourself. But they're very active on social media about, telling people to vote, and
Just spreading knowledge in general too.
Yeah, spreading knowledge, keeping up with current events, and
Current events like, world daily events and old events too, I'm sure.
yeah, there's a lot I see of supporting small businesses and donations, people that need PPE more than others, or more PPE equipment, than others.
Definitely. One last thing, do you find yourself having more free time to do hobbies and personal interests with all this free time you have, or you just are just working like crazy?
I think there are time. Yeah, I think there are time good enough. Hold on,
You're good.
we're gonna reset.
You're fine. I can always jump quick.
Yeah, I think there is enough time for hobbies, but I think there's not enough open places for the hobbies because my hobbies consisted of rock climbing, and the climbing gyms are all closed just because of the contamination and having to clean off the equipment we use and having a certain amount of people in the building. But yeah, hanging out with friends also, that's restricted just because friend groups can be either large or small, and there's a lot of places such as bowling that have closed, and there's not as many things to do, I think, but there's always outdoor activities, like picnics and such.
Yeah. And of course, FaceTime, talking to your friends online, I'm sure too,
Oh, yeah.
comes in clutch. So, shout out to technology. Well, thank you, Naya, for joining me today in this interview.
Thank you.
And you will see her again sometime soon.